So everyone, we have a big announcement. We have a big announcement this week. The big announcement this week, and this is me just being a troll. It's not that big of an announcement. Is that Preston is going to the F1 race in Las Vegas this weekend. Or by the time you hear it, it will have already happened. So Preston will have witnessed this thing already.
Yeah, this episode will be up the day after the race. But yeah, welcome everybody to the Neon Sage Podcast, episode 2-0.
2-0, dude. 2-0.
The big 2-0, the big 20. We have officially left our teens behind, baby.
For real,
no longer
dude.
Teenagers.
We've now have 20 episodes of a podcast.
And we're halfway through No Neon November.
Exactly.
Which is huge.
And you guys are not doing a very good job so far. I've been paying attention. You guys are watching a lot of Neon right now.
For those of you that didn't listen to the last couple episodes, we put out a campaign. Instead of No Nut November, it's No Neon November. So do not watch, don't like, don't comment, don't subscribe. You guys have failed, okay? But you can. So it's not too late, right? You have the last 2 weeks of this month to go no neon.
See if you can hold back. See if you can fucking hold back.
Yeah, I'm going to Formula One. I'm going to Vegas. I leave by the time you hear this, I'm leaving Thursday morning. We're going to catch all three, the practice, the qualifying, and the race. And it is I'm excited, bro. I've had this room booked for like almost a year, probably like 11 or 10 months. I think I booked it like December of last year. And I've had the tickets now for like 4 or 5 months, 6 months. So I'm stoked. I'm super stoked.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm stoked for you. You know why? And some of the reasons why I'm stoked for you, if I'm being quite honest, are one, me knowing how much you love F1 and reflecting that same idea into my own life as if I was going to something that I love that much and how cool that would be. Like me going to like my favorite UFC, like any UFC fight that I've been to, right? But I would say F1 is even more magical because of the F1 is a different kind of spectacle. And this is why, as me, an outsider, like was telling you a little bit ago, I think F1 is so much cooler than NASCAR. Just off rip based upon just the legit premise of it, where they have to travel around the world and these different racetracks are basically like different video game maps, dude. Like that's how F1 is. And then on top of that, the car is way more capable. The vehicle themselves that they're driving are way more capable cars for racing. And so it makes NASCAR seem like basically, it's like not even in the same league. It's like it really is a different sport. Objectively, it's a different sport. That's not up for debate. But it really changes the way I would look at it. It would make me want to pay attention to F1.
Yeah.
For
Dude,
racing.
Formula One's so tight. Like you said about the cars being capable, the crazy thing is, the craziest thing is that it's open wheel racing. So it's not like in a GT3 class or even a NASCAR class where like, you know, a little bit of rubbing is racing. You know what I mean? Like if you want to play it a little tight or you want to get a little close, like the car's going to be forgiving. Formula One, there is no forgiveness. Like you have to trust every single other person on the grid, on the track, and a millimeter of error, your race is done. Like potentially you are dying. Like that's crazy.
Yeah. Do deaths happen frequently in F1?
Not anymore. Like I'd have to look it up. I think the last person that died was like probably like 2003 or something.
No, it happened in like the early 2010s. It was a big deal.
I'd have to look it up because the last driver that died, his name was Jules.
Okay,
let's see.
Because remember I told you my friend Austin, his dad like worked as like an F1 like agent in some capacity, so he was like going to these races, like on like the thing. Yeah, and some guy died. He was
no, I was totally right. Jules Bianchi was the last Formula One driver.
When was that?
2015.
2015. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. Wow. So once every like decade, someone dies, kind of like that's pretty.
Well,
good.
now they're just getting because they have the halo and like just technology's getting.
What do you mean halo? What is that?
So now the cars have like back in the day, the car was just totally open. Like there was a small visor, but the car was totally open. Now there's a halo. It's like essentially a cage that wraps around the driver and has a bar in the front, and like. The cage has saved a lot of drivers. Like last year, Joe Guan Yu, he races for Alfa Romeo. He literally his car took like got like Loki took flight and he ended up wedged between the barriers, between the wall and the
Wow.
barrier.
Wait. Hold on. What?
Yeah,
What's
let's
his
show
name?
this. Joe, his first name is Joe, Zhou.
Zhou.
Last name
Shozo
Ga.
Crash. Holy shit.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just pops up super quick.
And honestly, like there's a footage of Lewis Hamilton. A car gets stacked on top of Lewis Hamilton. There's like a lot of physics that say Lewis Hamilton should be dead without the halo.
Really?
Yeah, which would
Yeah.
be insane. Could you imagine like LeBron dying at the height of his
but
career?
in the sport too.
Exactly.
Like even more insane.
LeBron like has a heart attack on the court at the
Yeah.
at the height of.
Yeah. Or like he gets elbowed in the face and it just dies. Like just,
Yeah, exactly. See if you can share the screen. See if you can see the Joe crash because it's pretty gnarly, dude.
okay.
Oh, I've seen this angle. It's nuts.
Damn, F1 2022. Damn. Okay. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh. Holy fuck.
Bro, that is remember how you asked me a couple episodes ago like what about the race is so exciting? That's lap 1. That was this car's starting. That's turn 1. But do you see how his car's like what his car was upside down for
Yeah. No,
for
he
probably
got toasted, bro. Holy shit,
yeah,
bro.
real quick, look up. Oh, you want to see it again? It's nuts, dude. I mean, obviously crashes like that are not very common, which is good, right?
It felt like he was damn near close to flying up there. Damn.
Dude, these cars don't weigh a lot at all. That's the thing is these cars weigh like
Yeah, so they're like little missiles when they stop moving, like abruptly. They just fly with inertia.
yeah. There's it's crazy. So I'm super stoked about Formula One. And the fact that it's in Vegas, dude, is gonna be so nuts, bro.
Oh, so cool.
It's gonna be so gnarly.
So cool, bro.
We're
It's gonna
going
be
to
chill.
so we got tickets for the practice, and then I'm not sure what we're gonna do for qualifying, but for the actual race, to be honest, like from everything I've seen, it's like I mean, like with most sporting events, it's probably not the best viewing experience. So we're actually gonna go to a watch party at Omnia in Caesar's Palace. It's on the terrace, so it overlooks the strip. So we're gonna have a watch party, but you can also see the cars.
Damn, bro, that'd be sick. Who's all going to this? A lot of people?
As far as like I know personally or in total,
Yeah. Hmm.
I'm just going with my brother-in-law, my cousins, and I know a couple buddies going and a couple friends going. Like if I collected all the people that I knew right now, I could probably find 15 people. But I mean, Formula One is like still pretty like up and coming in the U.S. You know what I mean? Like it's still not
Yeah.
huge in the U.S.
That's how it feels like for sure.
Yeah. Were you like insanely hyped about Anime Expo?
No, okay, different kind of hype.
Huh.
Different kind of. It's like I would say going to my first UFC event would be the comparable feeling of emotion towards it because I was excited to go to Anime Expo, but it was more so just like before I died, I needed to go to a convention about anime that size once. So you know what I mean? Like just once, I definitely needed to.
Yeah.
So part of it felt like I was going to a spectacle, but in a different kind of way. Where like when I went to my first UFC fight, I was there for the love of the game. Like I was like really there as like a fan, bro. Like I really love that shit. So
The difference, I would say
Yeah.
the biggest difference is that, I mean, I feel like in the last 5 years, there's been in Arizona, in Phoenix, Vegas, and here at the Honda Center, there's probably been like 10 fights, right? That you could have gone to.
between those three locations, exactly. Yeah, without a doubt.
This is the first time the F1's been in Vegas since like 1981 or something. Like,
Yeah, which is incredibly lit.
Yeah.
That's fucking tight. How often do they come to North America, and where do they typically go?
So the thing about F1 is it's like the schedule changes all the time. So like there's tracks that have been there forever. There's tracks that come and go. This is the first time in Vegas. I believe it's sometime in the 80s, maybe the 90s. Like don't quote me, but it's a whole new track layout too. So this is the first time these guys are ever driving this track. It's like imagine you downloaded a new DLC for fucking Modern Warfare. You know what I mean? Like this
Yeah.
is a new map for these guys.
Vegas is a very interesting American city. Like very interesting.
Crazy, dude. When's the
Like
last time you were at Vegas? Have you been to Vegas since like the Raider Stadium was built?
um believe so. Yeah, because I went there when Conor McGregor fought in Vegas in 2021 of July. So 2 years ago, it was definitely being built if it wasn't already completed. But I'm pretty sure it was completed because I remember it on the other side of the freeway. It's like right. It's so
like the
close
start
to
of the strip.
downtown.
Yeah, dude, it's
I
the
was
start
like
of the
shook.
strip.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy. I've been to Vegas like an ungodly amount of times in the last. I've been like 7 times in the last 2 years. I think like just unnecessary amount.
Gut
So,
reaction. How do you feel towards Vegas? Just gut. Just give me your gut.
awful, dude. I feel awful because every time I go there, I've out of the last 7 times I've been there, I lose my ass gambling. Like I just don't know when to stop.
Yeah.
And I don't drink that often, but again, last time I went to Vegas, I got absolutely blacked out and destroyed. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's just like nothing good. Nothing good comes out of Vegas. Now a lot of fun comes out of Vegas, but nothing good comes out of Vegas. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
Without a doubt.
different though because we are going for like a sporting event. So even if we get like super shitty on, Thursday night, like the thing about 3 nights in Vegas, bro, we're going to be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. Like that's a long time to be in Vegas. Like that's a lot
Yeah.
of stimulation.
It's a lot of Vegas. Yeah. Like and being stuck on the strip.
Oh, like straight stuck, bro, because the track it is on the strip. So like I can't imagine
How
there's going to be no
limited. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm excited. I'm super excited.
God, I can't. That will be a spectacle. The people that attend that event, the whole like crowd, the whole moment. That's the cool thing when you go to events like that. You're there for the actual moment of it. Like
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Like you were there when said thing happened. And yeah, it's fucking cool, bro. I'm excited
Yeah.
for you, dude.
Me too.
I can't wait to see your what you post on your story and things like that. No lie.
I've been really bad about that, like just social media in general, in the sense of I guess not bad, I guess it's good, but like
Yeah, right.
all the dope shit I've done in the last
Yeah,
3 years, like social media has no idea, but I'll get better. I'll get better at that.
yeah.
But
yeah. Just
that's
so
not
for the
Formula One.
memories too, obviously, right? Because like
Yeah, exactly.
the human memory loves to like be not exactly correct. Like
My
it
memory's
will-
getting worse and worse, dude. Like it's like rapidly like it's like rapidly degenerating.
Do you feel like short term or long term
Oh,
memory?
all of the above, bro. Like just last night I was having dinner with my family and they were like, "Oh my god, remember 2 weeks ago I went to that restaurant?" And I was like, "What? Where?" I couldn't even remember. I was like, "What? This place, it was on this street and we had this to eat." And I was like, "Oh. Oh yeah. Now, like it's just like stuff like that is just not like it's I think my
God
hard drive's
damn,
full
bro.
or something. Yeah. dude.
Yeah, I wonder what like. I wonder what that is a symptom of. Because there's a deeper
Probably-
meaning to that.
Yeah, who knows? But before we get too deep, how's your 2 weeks been? Week and a half been?
It's been good, bro. It's been good. It's been let me think. Big summaries. Honestly, just been sticking to the grind. You know how it is, like in terms of you just live life and there's a lot of productive things to do every day for the most part, and you accomplish those things and you move on to the next day. And hence why whenever you're taking steps towards somewhere you really want to be, never belittle the days where you still took the steps. You didn't take the big steps, but you still just took the steps, because consistency is the winner of all, like of everything. And I know this is coming from me, right? Who am I? But I know it's the key because everyone says that, and I've experienced it on a small scale within myself. So, just another one of those weeks, bro. Every day kind of felt the same, but in a good way. Every day. Like what I really got into, though, in the last 2 weeks, though, without a doubt, is Gary Brecka, this human biologist who runs like this like a lab and like this whole like operation. He's based out of Miami, but He takes a pretty interesting approach to health, and what he does is that he is a big believer that a few genetic mutations within your actual DNA are the reason for a lot of your chronic health issues. And so he's able to show positive data regarding this because he just does everything by the numbers. So basically, you can do a genetic methylation test where you can get a little cheek swab of saliva, put it in a thing, and send it to a lab, and they will be able to tell you what like genetic mutations you have and how that could affect the way you absorb certain like micronutrients and other things, because our diets are so incredibly important to the way our brains work, right? So we are what we eat, but we like really though. So it's been astounding because he's helped out Bella Hadid, he helped out Stephen A. Smith, he helped out Dana White. It's like he just looks at these things and he's able to see what's going on. And there's like, for example, there's a lot of the folic acid that's sprayed onto our crops, and that is not digestible by like 44% of the human population. So they're spraying this acid that's not deadly, but 44% of the human population, their genetic code does not give them a way to properly break down folic acid, and the litany of inflammation and health issues that occur after that like, is a big deal, right? And so
Yeah.
what if you knew that? Like, would you eat bread anymore? No. And then your life might get incredibly better. And then he's even come to show that anxiety. He said, if you've had general anxiety your whole life, there's a good chance that you have this specific genetic mutation and you need to supplement it with methylfolate. Like it's a good micronutrient that just occurs. And if you take that as a supplement, it can help with your general anxiety levels. Like there's all this weird shit backed by science. Talking about earthing, bro. I've been earthing every day.
I'm earthing like
Bro,
crazy lately.
he said you can buy a microscope yourself, take a prick of your blood before you go out and earth. Go look at the blood underneath the cell. The red blood cells will be very clumpy. He said, go earthing for like 30 minutes, come back, put another prick of blood underneath the microscope and look, and your red blood cells will be way more spread out and flowing
Just
way differently.
lit as fuck.
Just lit as fuck because of the charge of the earth. It's like, and it's so scientific that you can buy a mat with that charge and you can lay on it and the same effects will happen because it's just the natural hum of the earth. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
And so a
Literally
bunch
just
of shit like that.
On Sunday, Lena and I went and drilled in the morning. She's like, I'm a pickleball addicted. Like I'm taking this shit so seriously. She's like kind of getting like a little bit of like FOMO, like, oh shit, like I want to get good too. So we've been drilling. So Sunday we went and we just drilled for like an hour and a half. And then after we went to Corona Del Mar, and one of our favorite places in Corona Del Mar. It's really cool because Corona Del Mar, it's like a cliffs, like the beach is on cliffs, so you can go down to the beach, or there's like a street on top that's just overlooks the beach. So you're like 200 feet above the water, and it's just all grass. So we just went and just ate sandwiches and just barefooted it up in the grass for like hour and a half.
That sounds so nice, bro.
Just a little bit of earthing, a little bit of Sammy's, a little bit of pickleball. Pretty good Sunday.
That's
I do say so myself.
Sunlight, earthing, pickleball, movement. Like those are all the proper ingredients of a good day.
And honestly, a turkey sandwich is like a pretty solid macro meal. Like the macros.
Yeah,
on
I mean, depending on how much turkey they put how much turkey they put in. Yeah.
Here's what I will say. There was so much meat in the sandwich, I had to take a little bit of it out because I felt like I was eating a meat steak. Like there was so much meat, I had to like discard a little bit.
Good. That's where I'd want you to be, honestly, with that.
I did. You know what I did actually this week is I went and saw Ghost in the Shell in theaters.
Oh, yeah. You told me that.
One of my favorite movies ever. And I took an edible, which I don't do that often.
Did it ruin the experience?
It made it. Here's what I'll say. So I wasn't planning on seeing the movie. And then you and I had said, hey, let's just take the night off. Let's edit. Let's chill. So I was like, okay, cool. So I edited some. And then I was like, oh, you know what? Ghost in the Shell's playing tonight. And I want to see it this weekend. But Lena doesn't really want to see it with me. And we're doing family stuff. Maybe I'll go see it tonight. So it was like 6:45. I was like, oh, cool. It's at 7:30. So I took the edible.
Damn.
What?
Just knowing you, just taking the edible.
I know it's like so not me, but I was like, you know what? Like let's just feel it. Like let's see what happens.
Yeah.
So I take this edible, and it's like 30 minutes. I fill up my hydro flask. I get changed. I go. On my way to the movie theater, I get gas and I get like a pack of Sour Punch Straws. Like, oh, I'm good. Like, I'm just gonna chill, watch this movie, whatever. I get out of the car and I realize I had forgot my wallet. I Apple Paid everything. I forgot my wallet. I was like,
At this
whatever.
point, were you feeling any?
Nothing.
Okay.
Like, nothing at all. It's only been 30 minutes, right? From 6:45 to the time I took it to now it's like 7:15, 7:20. I'm leaving the gas station. I'm 5 minutes away from the movie theater.
Correct.
So I get to the movie theater. The mall's fucking jamming. So I go to the parking garage. I just park on the top floor. I don't want to deal with it. I walk down the stairs and I'm like walking to the theater and I'm like, oh shit. Like, whoa. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't creep up on you. Like, at least for me, in my experience, edibles don't like creep up on you. You're like fine. And then all of a sudden you're like,
you're bent off your ass. Yeah.
okay, so this is it. This is where we're locked in. So, dude, this is where like I knew I was just high off my ass because. So I go in the theater. I got my candy. I got my hydro. I'm good, dude. I show him the ticket on my phone, and then I go to the concession stand because like I was like, you know what? I kind of want like a little bit of popcorn. The guy doesn't take Apple Pay.
No shit.
Fuck, dude. So I was like, whatever. I was kind of bummed about that.
How did they not take Apple Pay?
I know. It's like a really nice theater too. It's at the Irvine Spectrum. It's a really nice theater.
Crazy.
Doesn't take Apple Pay. This is how I would realize, like, okay, you're kind of high, dude. So I was like, whatever. I got water. I got candy. That's all I need. So I go to the bathroom, and I was wearing like these jeans that like kind of touch the bottom, like at the very back of my shoe. And I was like so disgusted, and like just thinking about my pants touching the floor in the bathroom, like freaked me out. So I walk in the bathroom. I'm like like I'm scrunching my pants up. I'm like holding my pants. I'm like in the bathroom trying to take a piss, and I had this moment of like, oh my god, dude! Like I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sit through this movie. Like I like, holy fuck! So I do my thing, whatever. I go in the theater, and then through all of the previews, I was having like oh fuck, should I like should I call Lena? Like, should I ever come pick me up? Like, am I gonna be cool? Like, what is going on? Like I was having like a serious crisis for like 30 minutes. And then as soon as the movie started, I was like, I couldn't have been better.
Like you just calmed down. Once you had something to engage with, you were cool.
Exactly. Once the opening scene, you've seen Ghost of the Shell. I think did we watch the anime one together?
So no, actually, no. I don't think we did.
We watched the live action, the Scarlett Johansson.
100%.
Oh my god, dude. The opening scene of Ghost in the Shell is so amazing. As soon as I see it, I'm like, oh, I'm locked in, baby. Like,
yeah.
I'm fucking locked in.
Yeah. That makes so much sense. God damn. That's so fucking cool. I wish there was like a way to watch some of my favorite anime in theater. Like, god damn. I love the theater perspectives. I do.
It's the best, dude. I mean, what anime movies? Because like most of like the ones that we know and love over here in the West, they play pretty often in theaters. Like, you'd be surprised. Like how often
when they come. Okay, like you mean like Spirited Away, something like that.
Well, no, I'm saying like dude, I took Lena and we saw Perfect Blue in theaters. Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just saw Ghost in the Shell. The Boy and the Heron comes out in theaters. Like, there's like a good amount of anime in theaters now.
No, way more than ever before. That's
way more.
Without a fucking doubt of like a shred of doubt. But I guess what I'm alluding to is that like some of my favorite moments in anime didn't happen in a movie, and they happened in an episode, and so there would be some moments that I would have loved to have seen like in a theater setup. Like, I think that would be so fucking cool,
dude. I looked it up right now, and I'm saying it on the podcast, so it's on record. February 7th, 2024, Anime Expo Nights presents Paprika in theaters.
Damn, yeah. You also, I wonder if that's a similar situation in Phoenix.
Oh, it's put on by AMC, so it's got to be.
Mesa's the closest one.
All over.
Damn,
I wouldn't say that on the podcast.
I'm for sure
I wouldn't say like where you're gonna go see this movie.
Right, where I'm gonna be.
Yeah, yeah.
Where I'm gonna be. Yeah, right.
On this night at this time, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Damn, that's crazy. I wish we, as like the common people, could like rent the theaters and like just put our own like Apple
I think
TV
you
inside
totally
of it.
can.
Like,
I think you. I think it's like totally a
right?
thing now.
Hopefully that should be a thing. Just let me bring my shit. Let me just get set up. Or is it only like certain things that are allowed? Because like, wouldn't they be held liable if they like walked in there and were watching like child porn in theater because we had added like our Apple
I don't
TV?
know why I knew you were gonna go there.
Well, the reason why I bring it up is because like I'm thinking about the liability of the movie theater company, and to give you that much power, to give you the
Yeah,
theaters
I'm just watching like Nazi propaganda.
exactly, like anything like that is it could potentially be harmful, and they would be like, no, you tell us what you want to watch, we'll put it on. Like,
Well, so it looks like AMC does that for literally $99. You can rent a whole theater, but it's from a pre-selected
yeah, exactly.
like list of films.
They ain't letting you just fucking, airplay onto the fucking movie theater screen like
Yeah,
a crazy
exactly.
person, bro.
Exactly.
That's too much
Exactly.
power. You're a god.
And you're
that
just
point.
watching like on loop a boomerang of yourself jacking off. in the fucking movie.
Exactly, bro. Just like a fucking madman in there,
Even
bro.
saying those words in the same sentence felt so wrong. Like,
You're watching one of the horse videos on there.
Yeah,
just
you're watching
like,
One Man, One Jar on fucking IMAX. 70 millimeter kids in the sandbox.
the movie attendant walks in.
You just have a compilation of the most fucked up videos. Like you're browsing fucking what is the YNC? You're like browsing the YNC on an IMAX theater. Oh my god. Dude,
Can you
that is
imagine that?
awful.
You turn the corner, you look, and there's just one man in the theater, and he's up in the back, or he's perfectly in the center of the seats, just absolutely enthralled with the shit that he put on the scene.
He's watching the BME Pain Olympics by himself.
just by himself. He doesn't even acknowledge the attendant when he walks in.
Oh, that's so gnarly. Okay, so I won't judge you. Are you you leave your stuff at the seat, or do you take your own trash down to the bottom of the theater?
Oh, I take my own trash down at the bottom.
I'm a
I
trash
won't clean up after myself, like if I spill popcorn or nothing like that. I'm leaving that shit there.
Yeah. If I
Like little
happen-
things that fall, it's whatever.
If I happen to like spill my icy on the ground, I would pick up the cup, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not like gonna Zamboni the icy off the ground.
Yeah, I never worked in a theater as a kid. Did you?
No.
No. What were the different jobs you had throughout your life?
That's so funny. I've had like
Different roles, just
I've had like
specific.
low-key a lot of jobs.
Me too.
My first job ever was actually at my grandfather's auto shop.
What
did
was your
oil-
position?
Just like I don't know, like assistant junior
Oil boy?
mechanic. Yeah, like I did oil changes. Like I actually did oil changes and tire rotations, and I used to like shave brake rotors and stuff. But nothing like ever serious. And then I would what I would do is I would work from like 8 a.m. to noon, and then I would be responsible. Like I would do 2 or 3 oil changes, like a tire rotation, and then I would go get everybody food, and then I would leave. Like it was like a summer job, but it was cool. I mean, I learned a lot. I worked with my grandpa, which was dope. And dude, the guys that this would have been what 2000. I was 14, so 2007. 40 and 50 and 60-year-old men in the early 2000s were just like gnarlier. Like there's like old men are already gnarly as they are. You know what I mean? But like these are guys that grew up in like the 60s, 70s. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. They're
just a different breed
generation
man.
of people.
They're just a different breed of man. So that was, and then I'm trying to think what I did. Oh, dude, the next summer, I don't even know if I want to admit this. I worked at the Orange County Fair, bro. I worked at the fair for a summer.
Just being a fair person.
Just being like it's like put on by a temp agency, like the company that owns the fair.
So did you like sell tickets, or like were you at one of the?
No, I worked at the
coasters?
games. I worked at like different games. But you know what's crazy? They hire people from like overseas, and like people still like travel with the fair. So like 50% of the staff is like traveling. Like I met these
It's like a circus hosted by different clients. It's like we're the temp agency, and we'll be at the Orange County Fair doing what they want us to do there. And then we go to Texas Fair. you know?
Exactly. So
Different
it's the same
different
company
setup,
that puts on
same
like the
thing.
LA Fair, the Phoenix Fair. Like it's like
Mhm.
now one major company. I think it's called like RCS.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Um,
like working like yeah, yeah, totally. I get it.
but dude,
Mhm.
it was dope because like there's like some law in California where like if you're under a certain age and you work past a certain hour, it's like automatic overtime. Like even if you didn't work 8 hours, like if they hold you past a certain time, you have to get paid like X. I don't know the rules, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
dude, I made like a lot of money that summer. Like, you know, when you're 15, like I made like a lot of money that summer, which was cool.
Yeah, because just to pause real quick, as I remember, my first job was at Fry's. I was a bagger, and I was like pretty cool if I made what would it have been? I probably worked 25 to
I mean, dude, you're
hours a week
In
and
Arizona in the early 2000s,
$8,
yeah, I was gonna say there's no way you were making more than like $7 an hour.
right? Exactly, right? So let's say it was like 750, right? Or some shit like that. So what, 7 times 30, 210 ish, like a week? Yeah, yeah, it sounds about right. 400 bi-weekly was like a big
Yeah,
deal.
yeah, yeah.
Like when we were kids.
Oh, dude, that's the thing is at the fair, like because of how late I was staying and stuff, like I got like a paycheck for like $1,600. I was like, what?
Yeah, I bet. You were
It's like
like,
this is
holy
nuts.
shit, brother.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
I
That
bought like
feeling.
subwoofers for my truck and stuff. Like,
The feeling of
yeah, dude,
getting
that
your
was dope.
first $1,000 paycheck as a person.
But
It's
check this out.
crazy.
This is like a core memory that I will never forget. So it was the last summer before. Oh, I would have been 16 because it was the last. I'm sorry, I would have been 17. It was the last summer before I went to college. I had braces, and you know, like when you at the very end when you get. Did you have braces?
Hmm.
You know how you have to like hella rubber bands to like do the final touches.
Yep. What color
So I
were
had
yours? Didn't
what's up?
like the rubber bands right like right here to here? Those ones?
Exactly. So I had to have rubber bands essentially everywhere except like the front two teeth, right? And I remember
Mm.
like I was getting my braces off like in 2 weeks, and I was like, "Fuck, I gotta wear these rubber bands." So I was like working at the fair wearing these rubber bands, and this drunk ass old lady comes up, and she's like, "Look at this fucking carny right here with all that shit in his mouth," and I was like, "Whoa!" And like her friend was like, "Oh my god, stop!" And you know what's funny? As I remember, the friend said, "At least he has teeth. He's not like a." You know, he's not like a real carny. I was like, damn, these women really are just out here like assaulting people. Like, Jesus, she called me a carny because I had rubber bands on my braces, dude. Like,
You
I will
got
never
called a
forget that.
carny, bro.
I got called a carny.
They thought you were a carny.
Yeah.
And when
So dude, I
they
worked
tell
at
that
the.
story to each other, like, remember that one time we saw that carny and you fucking yelled
There's
at
no
him?
way they remembered. They were so drunk. Oh, you know who I saw actually, which is crazy? I saw Tito Ortiz there when I
Really?
worked at the fair.
Really?
Yeah, he was there and he was drunk as shit with his this was still when he was with Jenna Jameson.
Yeah, Jenna Jameson, yeah.
So dude, I worked at an auto shop. I worked at the fair. Then I had one more job after that before I left. But then I moved to Arizona.
What were your jobs in Arizona?
I worked
Just
at Finish
rolls.
Line,
Finish line?
Heavy
Wow.
Marketplace.
Okay.
Then I worked at Oregano's.
Oregano's as a server?
Yeah, only for like 6 weeks, and I got fired. Actually, I haven't had a lot of jobs. And then Nordstrom.
Then loan officer.
Then I got into mortgages. Yeah. So
Damn.
I guess I had 5 jobs before mortgages. But
Yeah.
even then, like I started mortgages at 25. Like I had 5 different jobs, and I worked at Nordstrom for 3 years. So that's like,
Yeah. Yeah. You spent some time at those places for sure.
what
Yeah. For
about you?
me, I was a technically, because I was definitely paid to do it. The first job I technically ever had was a scorekeeper at basketball tournaments. That was the first time I was ever paid by a stranger for a service.
So I didn't count those jobs, but did you get an actual W-2? Like, did you get a paycheck? Or you just got cash?
No, but the way I'm referring to it, I guess, is the first time a stranger said, "Be here at this time. I'm going to
Okay.
pay you this money." That's how. That was the first one. It happened enough to where I feel like I can say it because it was just like it was like a weird life to live. Like on the weekends, you just sit behind a desk for like 10 fucking hours and watch
How
people
cool
play
did you
basketball
feel
all day.
telling your friends at that age, like, oh, I was working? I had a
For me, the way I looked at the job, it was like I was working, but the way I saw it was just like when you play basketball your whole life, it's just like you feel like you're just like helping out the culture. Like that's what it feels like, kind of. Like it feels like you're just a part of the culture because you play basketball too. Like I was playing club ball as well, but I was injured, so I was like,
I didn't play basketball.
you didn't play basketball. That's
No.
fascinating considering your height that you just never
I wasn't
gravitated
that
towards it.
tall that young though. That's the thing is I got
Or
tall
true,
so
or true.
late in life.
That's true.
I just remember like showing up to school, like after summer and be like, yeah, dude, I was working. Or like I had football practice during the summer and I would show up to practice and I'd be like in like, a mechanic shirt. They're like, oh, where'd you come from? I was like, oh, I was working. I came from work.
Yeah.
Like,
Like that at that age for sure.
At
I
15,
bet,
I was
bro.
like, oh, I came from work, dude.
Yeah, because I didn't get my next job after that until I was 17, and I was a bagger at Fry's, and I did that, and I worked with Garrett Miller, bro. It was me.
Were you like a big ass dude at that age? Like, were you tall as fuck already?
Yeah, I was already 6'3".
That's so crazy to me because at 15, I was not 6'3", bro. I graduated
No.
high school.
At 17, I was
At 17,
6'3".
excuse me.
Yeah.
At 17, I wasn't even 6'3", dude. I graduated high school. I swear to you, bro. Like, I have a picture of my uncle's 6'7". I have a picture of him and I, like, either on or right after my high school graduation. He's like a solid, like, 7, 8 inches. Like, I swear, dude, I think I graduated high school at like 6 foot,
That's crazy. I mean,
which is
and you're young for your grade too.
yeah. So at 17, I was like 6 foot, and I ended at 6'5", like a legit 77 inches.
You just had that late term growth spurt, like a lot of people. Dennis Rodman, Scottie Pippen, to name a few. Yeah.
So after Fry's, where were we at?
Then from Fry's, I worked at Tilly's.
Actually, real
For
quick,
one
I do
day.
want to ask this. Oh, okay, I need to hear that story. How dope was it having a job at 17 with a childhood friend?
It was so fucking cool because, especially being a bagger, like being in that environment, like when you're a bagger, bro, you got like your coworkers, like no offense, are like also special needs people. Like really,
Oh, for sure.
like I had a few.
That's why you
And-
got hired.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I say this respectfully, but I mean anyone that is like nice and like has a pulse and like has a desire to like be helpful can be a bagger or like a greeter or whatever at these places, right?
Except Trader Joe's.
Yeah, Trader Joe's, Trader Joe's,
are like-
Costco. That's like
They're
a
like
different.
the people at Trader Joe's are like the nicest, most charismatic people I've ever met in my life.
Consistently, they seem to attract a very cool vibe of people. I will say.
Yeah. And at ours, at our Trader Joe's, like all MILFs. Like there's like super hot older ladies that work there.
Yeah, that's I love
Which is
that.
crazy.
I love that.
So
Yeah,
then you worked at Tilly's for one day.
one day popped in. I worked one day, and this is when I was really douchey kid. So I was like really in the streetwear at this time because of my friend Alex Sanchez. He kind of inspired me to get into streetwear because Alex Sanchez's older brother, he had this like consignment shop called like Timeless. And so he was like reselling like Supreme box logos since like 2000.
Wasn't his
like
brand
10.
Always?
Always Timeless was the name of his first shop. He had a brand with it, but it was really the shop. It was on Mill. And then he's had his brand Always. And then he was like working at Undefeated, and then like I don't know, he works somewhere in like art and fashion still. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they got me really into like being a snob, like box logos, certain brands, certain graphic tees, fucking the whole like that whole shit. Like
What
that.
year was this?
This was starting in high school, but I became, when I worked at Tilly's, it was my senior year of high school.
So 2013.
2012.
2012.
2012. Okay. Yep. I pulled up, worked there for a day. I was looking at the brands I was selling, and I was like, really like, they're like, bro, I'm not selling these trash ass brands. Like I fucking,
I'm trying to be around these Hurley swim trunks.
exactly. I'm like, bro, if you tell me to go fold the Hurley section, I'm about to throw up, bro. What the fuck? Like that means
you were
like,
just that guy.
I was like in my mind, and then I also realized it was a madhouse in there. It like wasn't that well managed, and I already was on the schedule for 50 hours that week, and I was like, it was something I was like, hell no, bro, like what?
So this was summer, or this was during school?
This was during school, and
Yeah,
only reason I wanted to get a job there because this girl that I had a class with, her name was Natalia, and Natalia was fine. Spicy
She worked at
Latina.
Tilly's.
She worked there, and we sat at the same table in sculpture class. She was like, "I'll get you a job there." Blah 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 blah. Blah. And I was like, "Bet." And then I literally worked one day there. The next day before my shift, I called and I was like, "Hey, I can't work here. I can't work there anymore." And then she was like, you'll never be able to work at a Tilly's again. And I was like, exactly.
You didn't even stay long enough to like get in with Natalia or what?
No, as I already had class with Natalia, so like I was already pretty close to Natalia. I was just going there to like really get it out the mud, you know.
It's funny
But
because I TA'd a class because this girl, she was 1 grade younger than me.
mhm.
She was so fine that, and she told me she was taking this class, and I became a TA for this
Oh
class.
fuck yeah, big brain
Like,
move.
dude, when you're a high school boy, you will go out of you will think outside the box.
Oh my
To
god, bro,
to make it
to
work.
have that level of wonder still in my heart. Oh man, oh man, the world was so beautiful.
You know, it's funny when you talk about being mismanaged. My buddy got me a job at Oregano's, and he was kind of crazy, but he had like worked there and then not worked there and worked there and not worked there. So he was like, "Yeah, it's chill. Like you'll make money." I was like, "Okay, cool, whatever." I'm gonna say this with the utmost respect for anybody out there battling addiction. I was the only person at this entire restaurant that was not ailing from some addiction to an incredibly hard substance. I'm going to put it that way. My manager, my manager's manager, all the servers were like these were straight addicts. Like no disrespect if you're fucking trying to figure it out. Like it runs in my family. I get it. I was the only person that was not going to meetings or showing up to work fucked up at this job. And I just didn't fit in, and like they could kind of feel it. And I like one day I drove there and they fucking fired me. And I was like, whatever. But I made a lot of money actually. I made like really good money in that 6 weeks, you know?
The Oregano's on Scottsdale Road.
Scottsdale and Shea. Like way
Oh,
down.
North Scottsdale. Oh, damn.
Yeah. I used
Yeah,
to drive
that
so
one was probably
far, bro.
so far, but that one was probably lit
Oh, dude.
with the residential
Especially
families.
me, like, dude, at 20, I was 20. I wasn't even 20. It was sophomore year of college. So I was 18, 19. I was 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, me at 19 years old just talking to these moms and families and everyone in Scottsdale. Like, dude, I made, so good. Like, I made like $400-500 a night in tips a couple times. Like, had ridiculous nights.
Yeah, no, I bet. Yeah, I was a server as well. So that's another one. Like,
You actually know a girl that I worked with, and I can't remember her name. She showed up to work like actually hammered multiple times. Like
That's
if that doesn't go
crazy.
like one of the guys, he was
damn,
telling me-
bro. Wow, I forgot about
I know
her.
what a flashback, huh?
God bless her. bro. Hope all is well, Amy.
One of the guys that worked there, he was telling me how like when you do heroin, that you are aiming for the closest to an OD that you can without getting there. He referred to it as like the fallout or something, where it's like you're as close to overdosing as you possibly can. Like that's what you're chasing. Like this guy's telling me this. He's like 22, I'm 19, and he's telling me this at Oregano's. And my manager was like this redheaded lady named Tammy, and she was telling me how like she was like, you can be my special friend because I used to have a special friend when I was your age, and she showed me the way. And I was like, hell no, hell no. So like when they fired me, I was like, what the fuck? Like I'm not allowed to. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, for real though. What a weird place.
Yeah,
what a
it was
fucking weird place.
It was gnarly. So
Um,
all right, so you did Tilly's for a day. You
Did
bagged.
Tilly's for a day. Did Tilly's for a day. Then I moved to Mountainside, and I was a front desk boy, and I
Oh, I
loved
remember you
that
used to
job.
work there.
I love that job because, I mean, I'll tell you what, being a young guy, being into working out, like obsessed with working out, and being obsessed with talking to women, it was the best place, bro. The amount of like MILFs and girls I was able to meet there, like,
This is like deep in Scottsdale, huh?
no, I worked at one deep in Scottsdale, then I also worked at one in Gilbert. And I was working at that Gilbert one, and that Gilbert one was lit.
Oh, the Gilbert was more lit than Scottsdale?
They're pretty evenly lit. What you come to realize is that Gilbert and Scottsdale have like a lot in common in a way. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of weird.
There's something in the water in Arizona, dude. I don't know what it is, man. Like,
I don't know either, honestly.
If you-
It's actually weird.
yeah, it's crazy. If you're into like, honestly, if you're into white chicks, like there's like you should be living in Scottsdale.
Yeah, there's like I would yeah, that's
If
a
you've
good
got
point.
some money and you're into white women, like
And there's enough Latina women that come through as well. And then it's I heard Drake was talking to a girl that like a bottle girl in Scottsdale. I forget
I
what
wouldn't
club
be
she was,
surprised.
a cake or like something like that. Like it's like, did they redid like Old Town Scottsdale as well? Like that place looks like, I don't even know what that place is anymore, bro.
Like in a good way or not?
No, it's obviously way more improved, but like when you see it, you're like, these are not the stomping grounds that I stomped around on a Wednesday
Oh
night.
no.
It's different, bro. It's different. It's like way more like, whoa, this is like something's going on here. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a whole thing. Like no cars can drive in the street anymore. They have all like these big pillars. They have crazy lighting. Bottled Blonde and Casamigos are 2 stories now. They put this giant
What?
hotel. They tore down Maya and they turned it into a giant hotel. So it's like a giant building. So now you got like this hotel and the W now next to it. Like so 2 really tall buildings right in the
Do
middle
they
of Old
still
Town.
have the pool? Do they
Yeah.
still share a pool?
They run that pool aggressively and they'll have like DJs from out of state come in. It's like a whole like venue type of thing. And
That's
so,
cool that it's like gotten bigger and changed that much. But like
No,
that was the
it's-
cool thing about Old Town was like
Yeah.
you really could like bar hop. Like you could go to you could be at 7 different places.
Yeah.
in 3 hours.
Yeah. It felt way more like a bar. Yeah. Like a bunch of bars were just crowded next to each other. Like that's all it was.
Exactly.
Where now it's like Old Town. Wow. Like it's
Oh,
just
that's
like,
kind of lame. It's so funny because Lena's been saying to me like, I want to go. I want to see. Like I want to see what Old Town's about because she's never been, except that one time during COVID when we went. We saw you, which doesn't count. But that sucks. I'm going to tell her it might not.
she
be
would
the
just
same.
be seeing something that you'd also be seeing for the first time as well.
Okay.
She's never going to see our version of Old Town that is near and dear to our 21-year-old hearts.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that
super
doesn't
sucks.
exist. It's like way gutted.
It's probably a
up
lot
to
of
the max.
old dudes now too, huh?
It's a lot of
Except it's
just people with rich people, like the rich people that moved here during COVID, whatever. It's just like
Yeah.
it's like if it's like Vegas is like a 10 out of 10, Scottsdale's like a 4 out of 10, like of the Vegas scale, like a 4.
Is there anything in between there? It's like the closest thing to Vegas without being in Vegas, right?
Nashville, like the Vegas of the South, in terms of like people going there to party on a certain street. Like, you know what I mean? Like Vegas is out.
Yeah.
Is Vegas is in a different tier though. Like in terms of like entertainment and what they provide, it's like that's a special place.
Yeah. Nothing compares to Vegas. It's actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard Dubai is actually a lot like Vegas, which is weird.
Really, that's cool to know. That's
Yeah.
cool to know.
So I'm sorry. Every step of your journey, I just get like,
No,
so much
it's
comes out of-
fun. It's fun to relay it. Yeah. So being a front desk boy was lit.
And then where? And then Nordstrom.
And then I went to Nordstrom for my first stint at Nordstrom. And that was a job that changed my life because that was the first job where I made like some serious money. Because you know how that Nordstrom money could be. Like when you're young and you don't have that many, expenses, if you cook at Nordstrom, you can fucking pay a bill.
Bro, like, I remember I had a buddy that worked at Nordstrom just seasonally. And he came back. This was my 3rd year in college. He came back from like summer break. And he was like, dude, I worked at Nordstrom this summer. I was like, bro, how much were you making? He's like, dude, I made like $6,000 one month. Then I made like $4,000.
Damn.
I was like, what? He's like, yeah, bro, for real. Like you can fuck around and like make a lot of money. I was like, what department? He's like, I worked in women's shoes.
Yeah.
I was like, sign me up, baby. So I worked at Nordstrom. Dude, we worked together at Fashion Square.
Yeah, we did for a blip of time. And then
Yeah, for not that long actually.
And then when we lived in California together, we both worked at Nordstrom, but I worked at the one at the Grove, and then you worked out the one in South Coast Plaza.
I worked at South Coast Plaza, and then I worked at Glendale Galleria for like 3 weeks, and then I just quit.
Glendale Galleria, yep. Dude, what I love about the Glendale Galleria in Nordstrom, and I'm just saying this, like I did love it, being from Arizona, is that when you go to the Glendale Galleria, you get reminded about how many Middle Eastern people live in Los Angeles in comparison to
it's
Phoenix.
all Armenians.
It's all Armenians.
Yeah.
Living in Arizona, there's not a part of town that I know of where it's like, oh, this is where all the Armenians are at, right? There's a part of town where there's an Asian district literally in Mesa. Like you go there, you're gonna see them, right?
Yeah.
The Armenians are in Glendale, waiting to meet you.
No, it's
have
like
a good time with you.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it's funny. What's so funny though is before I went to Arizona, I had never dated a Middle Eastern girl. Like I never had. And then my my first two middle, like my introduction to the culture was in Arizona, actually, which is weird. I dated a Persian girl and a Jordanian girl, and then I met a Lebanese girl, and I was like, oh, this is as high as it gets. This is it.
Yeah,
So
that's so cool, man. That's so because it's like all the different cultures, and I don't know, just it's. I love meeting people from different cultures. I really do. It's one of my favorites.
I will say it's definitely one of, and this is actually probably the best segue I've ever made in this show. That's probably one of the things I'm most thankful for is that my wife's family is like they're super, like my wife's parents both came from overseas. Like they have so much culture that I didn't grow up with. So it's very, very cool. So, I mean, we've just been chatting, which is amazing, but today's
Yeah,
episode,
we're almost an hour in.
I know, right? This episode, maybe I'll trim it down a little bit, but this episode was, you'll be hearing this. This will be for the week of Thanksgiving. So I just think it'd be really good. I mean, at this point, if we just kind of close out the show with this of maybe some Thanksgiving food, maybe some favorites, and I think we should maybe just. What are you thankful for? Like, what do you really got going on, or like, what are you like really grateful for? Like when your mind's quiet, when you're just alone, when you're high as fuck in the movie theater watching anime. Like, what is you really, really thankful for?
Yeah, no. Are you asking me this right now? Should I say it now?
Let it rip, baby. Let it rip.
As I'm looking up for a Thanksgiving tier list, we're gonna do a Thanksgiving tier list and talk about some Thanksgiving food and just be honest. Someone needs to be honest, okay? Not enough people are being honest about Thanksgiving food, if you ask me. Anyways, what am I thankful for? Honestly, the first thing that came to mind as you were saying that to me was I'm thankful for adversity. And this is something that that's really dawned on me to a different degree this year, especially. As throughout one's life, you go through physical adversity, mental adversity, spiritual adversity, all different types of adversity. But when you come to realize that following adversity is like the next best, is like the best part about life. It's the journey. It's the getting better. It's that whole thing. It's becoming that next version of yourself that you dream that you could be. And that's just it. The moment you feel uncomfortable, move forward. And it's that feeling of embracing the adversity and just like being okay with being scared and feeling doubt and going through all of those emotions. And it's very generalized, I know, but I'll say this. I would say I have dealt with more, and I say this openly, I don't really mind. I would say I've dealt with more mental health issues this year than I have in 3 years. And it's been like in a good way, though, like a good way, like not a bad way. It's just more so as you learn to grow, you unearth some things about yourself. And that's like, you got to heal yourself and fucking understand, okay, like, how do I, correct this pattern? How do I be someone I really want to be? Right. And so that's what this year has been for me. So I'm really thankful for adversity because as painful as it is, it makes life the amazing thing it can be. So yeah, that's my
Tim,
rant.
that was a really good answer. I was gonna answer like very worldly stuff. But
You can too. That's valid as fuck. That's just the first thing that came to mind.
No, I mean, I appreciate it. I mean, dude, I think it goes without saying, but I'm so grateful for my wife. Like just having someone that, no matter what, like, I mean, obviously there's a limit that anyone can take, but like essentially no matter what, like that I have a teammate is like, there's not, there's like, it's hard to explain if you don't have it or haven't had it. Like there's no giving up. There's no like getting out of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just like let's take a break, or I think we should break up, or it's not me, it's you, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't exist. Like you are going to see this through. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's, and as you say it, I'm realizing I've never tasted that experience. Like it must be cool, honestly.
I didn't even taste it until like a year in. Like when I first got married, I was like, dude, this is the same. Like nothing's changed. You know what I mean? Like, and then she officially changed her last name. And I was like, oh shit, this is like real. And then, you start filing taxes together and you're like, oh shit, like this is real. And then like you have your first fight, that you have your first, like, week long or 2 week long or 3 week long, whatever. Like you have your first real like, ugh, like this, me and this person are just not meshing. And then you're like, oh wait, we can totally get through it. It's like not a big deal.
Yeah, and like you build confidence through that as well.
Exactly.
Like and trust in your partner.
If Lena walked in the door right now, stormed in the door right now and say, I want a divorce, we're getting a divorce. I'd be like, yeah, sure. Like that's not even on the cards.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's not even possible.
It's not even like whatever it is like just happened that you think is grounds for divorce. I'm willing to bet you that a 30-minute conversation, we're not there anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
So,
Damn, I'm excited. That's exciting to hear, bro.
yeah, dude, I'm super thankful for her. And obviously like everything that comes along with her, like her family is like they're my new family, you know? Like
Yeah.
it's so crazy to have a new family.
That's another thing that I crave deeply.
It's funny when we were talking about jobs, thinking about you being a bagger at a grocery store. My brother-in-law he's one of the smartest people I've ever met. Like clinically intelligent, like so fucking smart. And he worked at McDonald's when he was a teenager. And there's nothing wrong with working at McDonald's, but when I think about him, who's like a very introverted, very soft, very sweet, hyper intelligent person, and I think about him working at McDonald's, it just makes me laugh. Like I don't know why. Just like thinking about you being a bagger at a grocery store and just like just thinking about like who we were when we were teenagers, or like, you know, just like you have no idea this wellspring of intelligence or charisma or whatever it is that you just haven't tapped into yet, to where
Yeah.
like a guy like him was at McDonald's, a guy like you was at a grocery store, I was working at a fair, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
don't even realize it. So like it's insane to think about the people that like we've become, or like you've become, or we are still becoming, and to think at one point like I was working at a grocery store, or he was working at McDonald's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's it. It doesn't click in my brain. It's so crazy to think about.
Yeah, no, totally. It is cool. It's like yeah, you're so right. To go back in time and to see that moment today would just be like, who is that guy?
Exactly,
Who the
dude.
fuck is that?
Oh,
It's so funny, yeah. When you think of it like that, it makes you want to love yourself a little bit more and just kind of appreciate your journey and be like, I really have been I've been doing the thing, bro. I've been trying. I've been
bro,
trying.
I've been trying.
I've been trying, bro. God damn it.
Yeah, you can't say yeah,
Fuck.
not for lack of effort, man. No
Yeah,
matter what.
dude. I'm not perfect, but fuck, man. I tried, dude. I tried.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy to think about. Like,
I tried.
yeah. So, do you have a tier list?
Yeah, I popped one up. It honestly came up pretty quick. It looks like this must be something that people do decently often or something.
Cool. Is it a long one?
It's not too long. I think we kind of blitz
Perfect.
through it. We don't even need to fucking like we don't need to like embellish it. You know what I mean? It's, at the end of the day, it's fucking Thanksgiving food. So
I'm also very thankful for you too. That was
Yeah.
actually gonna be my third thing. I'm
thanks,
super
bro.
thankful for you.
I'm thankful for you as well. And I say this deeply. Like I've come to realize that I truly think in this life, to me, the worst thing that could happen would be true loneliness. I think that would be my worst version of hell, no matter what. Like you can take away everything from me, but if I still have the people that I love around me, I'll be able to cope. No matter what happens, I will find a way to cope. If you take the people that I hold dear to my heart away from me, I might give up. I might
would
say it's
trade-
not worth it anymore.
Yeah, I would trade everything that I have, like on Earth, for my wife, for her family, for you, for like you know who my other close friends are. Like nothing in this world would be fun or worth it without my
Yeah.
closest friends.
I need your reflections in my life, or else I don't have anyone to share anything with. Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna say some kind of sus shit right now because I feel like some people don't have this kind of relationship, so it's gonna sound sus. I truly do feel like, as far as like I think platonic's the right word. Like it's just a friendship.
Platonic.
I think that like you and maybe two other people would be my soulmate equivalent to like I really do think that like what Lena is, like what my wife is to me,
In a feminine way, yeah.
exactly. Like you might be like my masculine soulmate.
Yeah. And that's
Gay.
yeah, then that's That's a beautiful, beautiful thing, dude. It really is. I feel the same towards you. It feels just like, I don't know, man. It's like kind of overwhelming to think about, honestly, because
It freaks me out.
yeah, because it's like I think about like the level of comfortability and trust I can speak to you in, and it's like it's so strong that it like I can't even see it. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like it's more so just like I could easily take it for granted, I feel like.
here's what I will say. I could not imagine any milestone or any moment in my life from here on out that I don't share with my wife and that I don't share with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I couldn't, there is nothing in my life that I would ever celebrate that you aren't privy to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's a beautiful thing. I would agree, man. That's why honestly the people that I love really support me a lot in terms of who I want to be and when I do things, and if I really want to dig deep and find some motivation, I'll think about things like that. So I'm really not doing this for me. I'm doing this for all of us actually, because there's things that I want to share with you guys. And I
Yeah,
need to
that's
be
some real
this
shit.
guy to share it, you know.
For those
So
of you watching the video version, you can, I'm assuming you can just see the anxiousness coming through the camera, just like saying these things and like being truly, vulnerable and intimate, even with my best friend. It's like just not something I'm used to.
yeah, no, I get it, man. Yeah, it's I don't do it all the time, but
It is
I
weird though.
like
We
doing
do
it.
say it to each other a lot. I'm not saying weird, but it is like,
Throughout
I,
time we have, yeah.
yeah, throughout time, there, like we have, you know,
That's how it should be, bro. That's how it should be. On that's how I've been blessed in this life to be get to where I was have been Jesus Christ. I have been blessed in this life to have been given multiple really intimate, masculine, platonic like relationships in my life, and yeah, bro. Like I only have a few of them, and there I wouldn't trade them for the world. I just would like it's I can't I to think that there's some people that never had what I've had is like heartbreaking, honestly.
it's really sad. It makes me super sad. Not even for like 100 billion.
The thing is that
You thought about it, bro.
no, this is why you can't do it. You can't do it because money comes and goes. Money does like the money will you'll hate yourself within a week. Like
A
within a
hundred
week, you'll
billion doesn't
realize it
go.
was a lie. It was a mistake because the money doesn't matter. You could be me and you could be living in a cave and shit hit the ground, but as long as we had a place to sleep and a consistent access to food and water, we'd probably be able to live out the remainder of our lives and die somewhat of a fulfilling life. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
like
What if we made like a pact and I was like, hey, bro, I'll take one for the team, but you have to take care of my family, like everyone that
I wouldn't let
like,
you do that. If you were hitting me with that logic, I'd be like,
Really?
Shut the fuck up, Preston. You're gonna help
Really?
you're gonna
If
help
I
your
was like, dude, Bezos is about to give me 100 bill, bro. I gotta take one to the dome.
I'll
But
say,
all the
bro,
money's
money's not that important in this life. It
yeah,
is,
it's not.
but it's not
I
that
mean, it
important.
is,
It
but it's
is, but it's
but
not.
it's not.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It
It like
is.
is. It like really is, but it also is not.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, let's get this to this one. Let's talk about some food. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm getting hungry.
Let's do it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Thanksgiving food tier list. Okay, let's just kind of run through it. We got S tier, which is the very best, A, B, C, and D. So there you go. If you didn't know, S is the best. And starting us off, what is that? Red velvet cake? What is
So
that?
it looks like red velvet. Scroll down just a little bit so we can kind of center the options and the tier list. Go up a little more,
Maybe.
just so the foot. You know what I'm saying for the
Oh
recording
yeah, yeah.
purposes.
You're right. You're right. Let's do this. Maybe. Boom, boom.
I would grab that. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Right off the bat, from what I'm seeing, this is a strictly whites only Thanksgiving. Like this is classic. There is zero outside influencer culture in this Thanksgiving feast. Would you say so?
Yeah, I would say this is kind of the Thanksgiving menu, though. Eh? It's kind of like a weird white palette. I mean, I
It's
know
funny
there's
though.
some African American things are probably missing on here, but
For me, the last 5 years, Thanksgiving is like all of the regular Thanksgiving, plus we get like Arabic dishes, which is really cool.
that makes sense. Yeah, that's kind of
Okay,
how my Thanksgiving is with Mexican food.
exactly. Red velvet cake. I'm not a cake guy at all. I really don't like cake, and I fucking hate icing. Like I
I
will take a
love.
cupcake.
Hey, I when you're talking, but you're talking about shitty cakes though, bro.
No,
Oh,
even a good cake.
an
Like
expensive cake, bro, goes hard as fuck.
no, even at like Mastro's. Like I mean, actually, no. The butter cake at Mastro's
But like
is
even like baker, like certain like deluxe cakes that you'd buy from like a bakery, like
like
by
nothing
the
but cakes.
slice, like even better than that. Like different places. There's
When's the
some
last time
good
you had
cakes.
that cake? Who gets those cakes anymore? Or who gets those cakes?
Alex is real deep into the bakery scene in Phoenix, and so I've had the
Shut the hell
pleasure,
up.
for facts, I've had the pleasure of going to Urban Cookies, Dinosaur, like all these different places.
Every time I hear that Alex has a secret obsession, I'm like pleasantly unsurprised.
Yeah,
Like
right.
I'm not like it's amazing. Like it's new information. I'm
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what? But I'm not surprised. Everything he does is that meticulous.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And then my mom is like that too. And so if Alex is hearing of a place, I'll hear it and I'll tell my mom. It's like I'm getting it from like both angles, right? My mom's on the lookout and Alex is
You
on
and
the
your
lookout.
Alex and your mom are out on like cake dates all the time.
Exactly. We hear about a new place that pops up, got to go try it. Immediately
Okay.
got to go figure out what
Still,
the fuck's going on. With like,
I'm gonna take your
but
word for it.
bakeries.
I
But
don't like cake. Like I will. Cake was
I'm
probably
putting
my last
cake in A
choice.
tier, but okay.
A?
It should be yes.
What even is red velvet? Is it just chocolate?
I don't like red velvet cake, but red velvet is good. And if that's cream cheese frosting on that slice, if that's the best of what it can be, it's fucking good, bro.
Okay, if that's the best red velvet cake ever made, I'll put it at A. That's fine.
Okay,
Jesus
biscuits.
Dude, I'm gonna put biscuits pretty high with butter and honey.
Right? Pretty goated. Like mandatory S here?
Like have to be S.
Okay. Yeah. Dinner rolls. Fire.
Dinner rolls are super fire. Very quick funny story. My great grandmother had like always made these rolls. Apparently, when my mom was and my aunts were kids.
Mm-hmm.
Every single year since I've been a kid, my family says they're gonna make grandma's rolls, and they ruin them every time. So like, apparently, my grandma has this like my great grandmother had this like amazing recipe for Thanksgiving rolls. I've never had a successful roll. Like for 30 years in a row, I've never had a successful. Yeah,
Not even a store bought like roll that was just fire.
no, I'm saying of her recipe that my family has been like talking about since for the last 60 years. They've ruined it every year for 30 years that I've been on Earth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's fucking crazy.
I mean, a solid dinner roll is good, but like when it comes to Thanksgiving, I'm not thinking about the bread first, to be honest.
I would agree. Okay. So
I'm going to go B.
B. Okay. Yeah. It's not. It's like it's. Yeah. It's still good. Creamed corn. Solid.
I mean, I like cream corn. I
Yeah.
don't know. When's the last time you really had cream corn, though? Last Thanksgiving?
I've had it, but I've not. I don't like. It's not like consistently there. B.
I'm going to go
C?
B or C. Yeah, C, probably.
It's probably really good though.
I mean, again, if we're talking like the best that's ever made, this is all good. But I'm talking like what we've really experienced. I don't think I've ever had cream corn. Actually, that's not true. I had cream corn at Mastro's like 3 weeks ago. That was
It's probably fire, huh?
incredible. It was incredible.
Okay, so how should we do this? Should we do how we meet them in real life through our experiences, or like the best version of each?
On Thanksgiving Day, when you're putting your plate together, like that's how I'm judging it. I'm not going for cream corn, probably not even on my second plate. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I would probably put it in B then, but if we put it in C, I'm cool.
Okay.
King's Hawaiian rolls, bro. They are so
Okay.
tasty.
This has to have a qualifier only because I have King's Hawaiian rolls like all the time throughout the year with different stuff, like fucking pulled pork, masubi. Like, I don't know on Thanksgiving if it's that like. I love Hawaiian rolls, but I don't think they're going for Thanksgiving food. Like, when you think of Thanksgiving food, are you thinking Hawaiian rolls?
I never had them at a Thanksgiving, but
Yeah.
they just taste good though. I
Yeah,
like
they
them.
do bang. Like, it's one of the few foods you could just walk in and just.
Yeah,
Although
I will put it in D because it's like just not relevant.
it's not. Yeah, it's not for
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
yeah. Crescent rolls though, bro.
Damn, it's this like only bread. This is like all bread.
I know.
I'm gonna go-
love crescent rolls, bro.
I do too. I was gonna say I was gonna go S because I
Yeah,
fucking
okay.
love
Okay,
crescent rolls.
good. Okay, facts.
Do you guys get the ones that bust out of the can?
We've done those before for sure. And oh
Those
my
are the
god,
best, dude.
I love that shit so much. Brussels sprouts.
I like Brussels sprouts. I'm gonna go D though, as far as anything Thanksgiving related, because those just are gonna bloat the shit out of me, and I'm not gonna be able to eat. I'm not gonna be able to eat as much food as I
I
want to.
I would go C. I would go C, but we
All
can
right, we'll
go.
go C. I'll give you
Okay,
C.
C. Butternut squash.
Is it a soup? Is the picture of a soup?
I think so. I
If
would
it's a
never.
soup, D.
Okay, cool.
If it's the vegetable, D.
So you don't like squash?
I like squash, but I don't on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm not. Cranberry sauce.
Okay, so this is one of the things when I was a kid, I was like, why am I eating cranberries with all this food, all this salty food? In the last like 5 years, bro, I put that shit on everything. Like, I love it. Like, I'll mix it with. Here's how I eat, and especially on Thanksgiving. If I like all of the ingredients on the plate, I want some in every bite. Like, you might as well just fucking stir my plate up. I eat everything at once.
That's fucking crazy.
Is it?
I mean, I like to enjoy things as they are to a certain extent.
No. I'll cut off a piece of ham. I'll get the ham on the bottom of a fork, scoop up some mashed potatoes, scoop some mac and cheese, let that rip.
Damn, I'll try that this year. I'll go for a few swings at it with that kind of intentions. Okay, so where do you want to put it?
I mean,
I don't have much experience with it. I avoided it as a kid.
I
thought
did
it was-
avoid it as a kid,
I
for
avoid
sure.
it.
But now I'm gonna put it in the A tier because
Okay.
it's so simple. But like having that little bit of sweetness when everything else on this plate is salty is so good.
Oh, I bet. Oh, I fucking bet. What about jellied cranberry?
Don't even know what that is.
Disgusting to me, but I'm putting that in.
Yeah,
D,
it looks
bro.
it's like a fruit loaf.
Green bean casserole.
Okay, what are your thoughts on this?
Like A or B?
I was gonna say like I was never a casserole kid like growing up, but the last couple of years I've had like a good green bean casserole that is pretty dank. I'm gonna go B.
B.
I'll go B.
Okay, cool. Roast turkey. D. Turkey's trash.
D?
It's the most overhyped poultry, meat, fish out of that all of that shit. It's the worst.
It's my favorite sandwich meat. I'll tell you that.
I mean, I don't mind turkey in a sandwich. It's way better in a sandwich because it has so much supporting cast around it. But
I guess that's
Thanksgiving
why I
turkey,
actually like turkey because I don't ever eat the turkey by itself. The turkey's covered in gravy. I'm eating it with mashed potatoes. Like I don't ever eat a bite of turkey by itself.
yeah, I fucking hate turkey, bro.
If you hate it, I would like to
Fuck
relegate
big
it to
turkey.
C.
Okay,
Only
C.
because if it's done right, like a good, nice, moist turkey, especially
It
the skin.
still sucks. That's the thing. That's the thing. I've had people in my life who take so much pride in cooking the turkey, and everyone else likes it. And I'm like, you guys are fucking hypnotized by big turkey. Wake up! It's a fucking scam, bro.
Yeah.
They're just making money off these fucking turkeys, and they're just no. This shit's not actually good. Give me anything else with turkey.
You're an
Chicken,
anti-Turk, sir.
beef, fish, anything, bro.
That's so
they're
funny.
running Turkey as the franchise player. Turkey is in LeBron James' seat, Tom Brady's seat. It doesn't make sense. Turkey is not him. He's
Yeah,
not.
that's Luke Walton getting a franchise tag.
Exactly, bro. Fuck that. No. What? Okay. What's this next? Is this cornbread?
That looks like cornbread.
I like cornbread a lot.
Again, you give me honey and butter,
Yeah.
I'll fuck up any sort of carb.
Oh my god, bro. I love that so much.
Good cornbread
S
is,
or
you know,
S or S?
you pick because I'm cool with either.
S. Yeah. It's crazy. A lot of the carbs are some of my favorite parts of Thanksgiving. It's weird.
I'm starting to realize like our whole list is like bread stacked on the breads.
Yeah. Corn on the cob.
I don't really eat corn on the cob on Thanksgiving, but like a nice grilled corn on the cob is.
It is good. It is good.
I'm gonna go B.
B. Fair. Valid. Spinach. C.
Maybe even D.
Yeah, just not very exciting. Cream
is-
spinach.
Is there something below D? It's like D with cream. Like, okay, this sucks. Now add a dairy to it.
That's what makes it better, though. That makes it. It's like it brings it to life. Asparagus.
I grew up loving asparagus. Like I love asparagus, but my wife's family like despises it. I couldn't tell you
Because
the last time I
they
ate
hate the smell of the asparagus piss.
I think so because I got caught pissing all over their house one time, and they were like, "What is this?"
Asparagus piss goes crazy though.
Do you remember in Austin Powers when he's hiding and he's hiding behind the fountain? The fountain is an angel peeing.
Yeah.
And he trips over the plug, so the fountain stops, so he has to pee. And there's magically a plate of asparagus next to the fountains. And the guard smells the pee. I'm gonna go. I like asparagus. If I never eat asparagus in my life, I'm not gonna like.
Yeah. If you get a text, honey, asparagus, they went extinct. They're no more. They're gone.
I would probably have a moment because I do have this moment anytime there's like the last thing. I wish I had it one more time, but then it's over with. Never in my life will I say, do you know what would have been really good with this meal is if I had some asparagus.
Yeah, I like asparagus, so I'll put it, see?
Yeah, that's cool.
White gravy. Ooh.
Oh, that's like sausage gravy?
Yeah. Goated.
Oh, fucking goated, bro.
Goated, dude.
And honestly, if I would have known that was in here, I might have moved everything down so that could have its own spot.
Yeah, for real. I agree with you.
The fact that biscuits and white gravy are our number 2 right now is just,
The gravy is broken. It's broken.
Brown gravy?
Solid as fuck, though.
S.
Yeah, solid as
S.
fuck. They're both fucking dank.
Oh.
It makes sense. The fat. It's just fat. That's all it is.
That's all it is, huh? It's just like liquid fat and oil and salt and butter.
Yeah, but not even oil, really.
Well, the white gravy is the sausage. It's like the fat from the sausage.
Yeah, it's the fat from the sausage. That's what it is. Yeah, it's the fat. That's why it tastes so fucking good, bro.
I've tried multiple times to like stay away from pork. Like I've gone like my longest was like 6 months. Every time it's broken by either a bratwurst, a breakfast sausage, or biscuits and gravy. I just can't stay away.
It's so good though. You're making me want to eat some of this shit right now.
Oh yeah.
Spiral ham.
What's the difference between a spiral ham and the regular ham next to it?
I never had a spiral ham. I don't know.
Let me look it up real quick because I don't know what a spiral ham is. Oh, I think the spiral ham is the one I like actually.
How's
like
it
the
different than a
glazing on the
normal
outside.
ham?
Spiral ham can be made boneless, but butchers typically create a spiral ham cut by slicing a bone-in ham into one big spiral shape. Not only does a spiral bone-in ham have a natural and preserved fresh flavor, it's also a lot easier to cut because of the that's it. It's just the way it's prepared. I mean, dude, I like a good honey ham. Like that's like my meat of choice on Thanksgiving.
Interesting. I like ham. It's better than turkey. Yeah.
I would put it probably A.
Okay.
But if you're not like, so what meat do you eat on Thanksgiving? Because it sounds like you just eat bread and gravy.
Ham.
Okay.
And I eat it. Like I like ham, but I'm like, damn, I'm really eating a lot of ham to make up for not eating turkey.
Yeah.
Smoked turkey. To me,
probably just right next to the other one in C.
Yeah, fuck that.
This is gonna sound hella like serial killer, but I love eating the skin off birds.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Like crispy chicken skin and turkey skin.
But it's just protein. That's all it is. It's like a different type of protein.
Whatever it is, dude.
Mac and cheese. S.
S.
Yeah.
Absolute S.
It's just goated. Baked mac and cheese.
This is D. Fucking D. Let me let you in on a little secret, bro. What? This is some real shit. I fucking hate 2 things in this world. Breadcrumbs and fucking baked shit on top of my mac and cheese. I fucking hate that. And 2, I fucking hate like baked Parmesan. You know, like how some grilled cheese and some bread, it has the Parmesan baked into the bread?
Yeah, yeah.
I fucking I hate that shit. If you put breadcrumbs, bro, if you put breadcrumbs on mac and cheese, don't fucking talk to me. Don't fucking like.
Bro, they're good. It gives them texture, bro.
I don't want fucking texture in a pasta. It's called mac and cheese. I only need 2 things. I need macaroni. I need cheese. It's not called mac and cheese and bread and other shit.
That is unreal. I had no idea you felt that strongly about that. That's insane.
Bro. D. I fucking hate baked mac and cheese.
Hey, everyone, I think it's S, but whatever.
I'll split the difference for
No,
you only
we'll
because
put it
it's
in D. We'll put it in D.
like you don't understand how much I
Yeah, no.
hate breadcrumbs on pasta.
That is hilarious, bro. Wow. Mashed potatoes.
I mean, they got to be pretty high because like
A?
I'm gonna say A. Like a
Not
good
S.
mashed potato.
Not S.
They're not S. They're not S.
Baked potato.
Probably B. Probably slightly lower.
Yeah, a little lower. Yeah. Sweet potato. People ride sweet potatoes dick, bro.
But here's the thing. I love sweet potatoes. Like in regular daily life, like I love sweet potatoes and chicken. I love sweet potato fries. But on Thanksgiving, you will not catch me eating sweet potatoes, bro.
C?
Yeah, probably C.
Green beans.
I do love green beans though.
I like them. I put them right there in B with green bean casserole.
Okay, cool. We'll put them right behind the casserole.
Peas. I like peas.
Where are you putting it? Because I'm not really a pea guy.
I put it in C.
Yeah, that's good.
Cabbage. D.
Yeah, what the fuck? Who eats
Yeah.
cabbage on Thanksgiving?
Only cabbage I eat is kimchi. That's the only kind of cabbage I will eat.
I don't even really like kimchi that much. Kimchi's good, but I don't
Really?
love it.
I have come to really like the weird flavor that kimchi
It's
is.
really good for you though, apparently.
Yeah, I honestly I've watched a few videos of them making that shit. And I'm like, what an art, bro. They got kimchi fridges because that's how real
like
the grind
especially
is.
to ferment
Yeah.
or whatever.
Fried oyster mushrooms.
I mean, I've never had that in my life, but that sounds incredible.
Yeah, it would be S because it'd be a fried mushroom.
A fried. Is there any oyster, or is that just the name of the mushroom?
Name of the mushroom. So it's gonna be a nice, big, healthy mushroom
Yeah, that's delicious.
covered in fat. Deviled eggs.
The way you felt about the sweet potatoes, I kind of feel like people like just dick ride to deviled eggs. I don't. It's
don't
like
like
always room. Yeah, it's always room temperature. Like
I'll never eat them, bro. That's gross. If my girl
Yeah.
was eating deviled eggs at Thanksgiving, I'd be like, I'm not kissing you tonight, bro.
That's so funny. It's just like by the time they like get to where they need to go, they're like sticking to the saran wrap and like they're lukewarm eggs. Like, it's like I can't think of a worse way to eat eggs. I'd rather drink them raw.
Yeah, facts. Fried turkey has to be.
I mean,
A.
it's probably. Oh, I wasn't gonna go that high, but yeah, I mean,
'Cause it's
if
fried.
fried. Yeah, probably. A.
That changes the whole game.
I can't even tell. Oh,
Grasshoppers,
I think that's collard greens.
collard greens.
I think I can't really. I can't tell. The pictures are very, very small.
Yeah, it's probably collard greens because there's nothing else.
Which I like, but a lot of times when I have them, people make them too soggy. Like they're just too.
I've never eaten them before.
I'd put them in C, I guess. Just like with where the rest of all of our vegetables have landed.
Wine. I like wine a lot.
I like wine. I like wine. I had orange wine last night for the first time, which was amazing.
Damn, that's interesting. Eh?
Yeah, let's put it A. A good glass of wine
Yeah,
with some
for sure.
turkey.
Yeah. Order
And, like-
spiced? What does it say?
Cider, spice cider.
Oh, cider spiced.
I don't know about spice cider, but like the sparkling apple cider, like Martinelli's. Bro, I could fucking bathe in that shit.
That shit tastes like a headache to me, though.
I mean, it's just soda. It's just
I
like
know,
apple
but it's
soda.
so sweet. It's just so sweet.
Oh, I love. I don't know about spice cider.
I'll put it C.
Yeah.
What the hell is this?
Oh, that's Martinelli's. I think that's the apple cider.
Damn, really?
I think so. Zoom in hella far on that one real quick and then zoom out.
Welch's sparkling.
Yeah.
It's sparkling
I've never had
grape
the Welch's.
juice.
That feels like it could be delicious, but like you said, in like a nasty kind of way.
It's gonna taste good. It will. It's gonna be so sweet.
I'm gonna probably say I think zoom out one click. Other way. Perfect. I mean, yeah, it's just like really because it comes in the glass bottles. It's just really carbonated grape soda, which sounds pretty dank.
Yeah.
I'll put it A.
Okay. Facts. Roasted veggies.
I do like a good veggie medley.
I do. I
with
would
like zucchini, carrots. Like that might go B for me.
B. I agree. Yeah. Stuffing, pretty good.
S.
S. Yeah.
Absolute S. If it's
Sausage
done right,
stuffing.
S.
S.
Wait, sausage stuffing?
I think it's just sauce stuffing featuring sausage.
Oh my god, that would be an S plus.
Yeah, stuffing is fire. I don't even know what's in stuffing, honestly. I don't understand it.
tell you.
They find it,
It's
right?
like its own ingredient.
It's found. They harve it. They mine it out of the ground.
Yeah, yeah. I think they use those dogs to like sniff it out like they do truffles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's a real
Sweet
dark
potato
side to that.
casserole, I'm going to keep it real with you. I didn't like sweet potatoes as a kid. I hate that they're mushy in there. And after fingering the roasted marshmallow, I would never be caught dead eating this stuff.
I would avoided the fuck out of this. I never even ate it.
D.
Booty noodles. What's this?
All of a sudden we just got like an Asian dish thrown at us.
Booty noodles?
I'm afraid to Google booty noodles. Okay, hold on. The first thing that came up was Urban Dictionary. Would you like to know what a booty noodle is?
Yes, I would.
A booty noodle is a term used to describe the hair of a person's anal area when it has grown to a decent length. And I'm not going to read that last part. It's It's so disgusting.
That's fucking ridiculous.
I think booty noodles is another name for chitlins. Yeah, there's a article.
Is it like pig skin or like what is
It's
it?
pig intestines, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, which I'm not super fond of.
Me neither. Like
We might. Yeah, I'm gonna probably
I put it in
probably gonna
D.
put that-
Out of fear.
I'm probably gonna go D out of fear. Yeah.
Potato salad. B.
Sure, we'll go
A
B.
good potato salad is just good. There's nothing you can say.
I've never had a good
Pumpkin pie.
S.
Wow. I'll put it in S
Are
for
you
you.
not a pumpkin pie
I
guy?
think pumpkin pie is pumpkin mid. And I love pumpkin stuff. I think pumpkin
As funny
pie
as I
is
don't
stupid
like
as fuck.
pumpkin stuff. I don't like pumpkin spice stuff. I don't like any of that shit. But a pumpkin pie, like a really thick, hearty pumpkin pie with whipped cream on it. Oh, and I don't really like pies.
That's great. Yeah. I mean, I get it. Most people do like it a lot. Candied yams. Never had them, but they have to be really good.
It's funny because I actually kind of feel the same way about the sweet potato casserole. It's like, it's this weird, like mushy, kind of sweet. Like they're like caramelized. I'm going to put them in C.
See. Okay. Apple pie. S.
You and I are going to be so far off on this.
Wow. Really? Not S?
It's D for me.
No.
Listen,
That's not a real take, guys. That's not a real take.
This is, you can ask my wife right now.
It's not a real take.
I hate warm fruit so much. Hot apples with fucking bread is I fucking hate apple pie, blueberry pie. I hate hot fruit pies. It can go S for you because everyone else in the world seems to fucking love it. But I swear to God, we call my wife right now and you asked her, how much do you like apple pie? She would tell you I fucking hate it.
How much for you to eat it on here?
You just have to pay for the pie. I'll try it on, but it visibly, I don't like it.
Yeah. Okay. Pecan pie.
B.
Okay. I like it though. It's good. Sweet potato. God damn. Leave the sweet potato alone, you fucking freaks.
know.
Sweet potato pie.
So it's like an actual pie made of just sweet potatoes?
If
I'm
you
gonna
brought
probably
that
say
to my
D.
house, I'm spitting in your face and saying,
Yeah,
scram, bro.
Yeah.
Scram.
That's so funny. Yeah, sweet potato pie is definitely a D. I mean, peach cobbler, you probably don't have to
Yeah.
guess how I feel about it.
Yeah. You hate it. I'm going to put it in S out of respect. Banana pudding. Cold fruit.
S.
S. Okay.
S.
There we go.
Bro, a banana cream pie or, you know, I will say the one hot fruit I do like, two hot fruit actually. Grilled pineapple, like on a burger or in like a
Yes. Yes.
orange chicken.
Mm.
And you ever had banana Foster? Where they like
Yes.
caramelized. Oof.
They fucking go crazy with that shit.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
And it's just essentially a bowl of sugar.
Yeah. Exactly. It's so
Here's the
good,
thing. I
bro.
feel comfortable about this. The reason I do like this list is because I do feel like our viewers got to learn a lot about me. And it's all backed by years and years of me sticking to the same story. You can ask anyone. I fucking hate apple pie. I hate breadcrumbs on fucking mac and cheese. Like, this is all real. This is real deal Holyfield. Me being honest.
Yeah, that's fucking fascinating too. I never knew that, guys. I learned a lot tonight. I did. I definitely did.
I did too, actually. I did. I actually, I learned a lot about. I didn't know about like the jobs you had. I didn't know. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. It is.
like that.
It's crazy. It is crazy stuff. All right then. Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for listening. Episode was definitely longer than we anticipated, but just more content for you guys to avoid this month, and then binge watch next month
Exactly.
when No Neon November is
Yep.
over. If you guys celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to you. Hopefully you find this episode a nice little fun way to start the holidays. And I'll see you guys next week. I'll be one F1 race more experienced. And we'll see you next week. We'll see you around the bend.
Bye. See you later.